Hello, everyone. Once we have quorum, we're going to start the meeting, so please hang on.
Hey, Isidro, I just heard from Slimati. She is going to be just a few minutes late. She's still commuting on the subway, just to let you know.
Okay, thank you. And I understand that Joel will not be joining us. So we
Okay.
need 5 to have quorum.
We do. Currently, I see Anthony, see yourself, and myself.
Also received a note from Carl that he will also be joining us. So it's a matter of time before we have quorum.
Kirby, I see your message. Yes, you are on Zoom. You're here.
Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay,
We will call you when your license is up.
okay.
Yo lo estoy poniendo en la mano.
Victor, you have your hand up. You have a question? Victor Sanchez, you have your hand up.
Yes.
Yes, I just wanted to check in to let you guys know that we're here representing República at 160 Dyckman Street.
Very well, thank you. So noted.
Thank you.
There's another hand up in the attendees for Rose Rodriguez.
Rose, if you have a question, what is the question that you have?
No, hi, I just wanted to say that I'm here for Mama Taco.
Very well. Thank you. Noted.
Thank you. Pangkaya. Nata, let me charge it for like 5 minutes because if we get out the car.
Please try to keep yourself muted until recognized. Thank you. Received a note from Robin Cruz that he'll be joining us very shortly. So we'll have a call pretty soon, I hope.
Mr. Medina, I'm here if you need me. Soraya.
It's all right, yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
I see that we have pregame. Chanel, see if we can promote them to a panelist. And also promote Sherry Miller, if you're so kind. Again, we're waiting for at least 2 new members from the license committee to join the meeting, because we don't have quorum as of now. So we need 2 more members.
Excuse me, Mr. Medina. I'm on the board and I just received on the agenda. I'm not sure who I have on that agenda. Can you confirm? Or can the agenda be placed in the shared screen for us to see?
Chanel, please see if you can share the agenda. if you're so kind.
I would appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Medina.
Thank you, Chanel.
Chanel, I'm on with Cafe Sahara. Can I bring this on to next month? I'll re-notify you for corporate change. Is that possible
Yes, 917.
and not too much trouble?
917.
Okay,
Yeah, I got it.
Thank
so
you,
you
everyone.
won't, so, okay, so you're withdrawing right now.
Correct. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone. Have a wonderful evening.
No, ARL.
If you're so kind to please mute yourselves, all of you. So agenda item number 1 has been withdrawn, Chanel.
Number 13. And then 11 are also withdrawn.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
10 and 11, right? 10, 11, and now 13.
Yes.
So we are waiting for 1 more member to join the committee. Once we have the person comes in, we have quorum. But as of now, we only have 4 members.
How you doing, guys? Good evening. It's me, Robin.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, good evening, Cedro. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for joining late.
And on that note, with Leo coming in, we do have quorum. So at 6:47 on this Wednesday, I'd like to start the meeting with quorum. Again, my name is Isidro Medina. I'll be presiding over this meeting. Before I start, I would like to have the committee members introduce themselves first, and then we'll go on to the rest of the introductions and how we're going to proceed with the meeting. And before anything else, even before the introduction, I would like to have Soraya to please let the folks know that if they do not understand English, that there will be a direct and simultaneous translationship of this meeting. So if there's anyone that doesn't understand the language, they can easily raise their hand, and then Soraya will do the translation. So Soraya, please see if you can.
Yes, sure. Buenas tardes para las personas que no entienden inglés o hablan español y quisieran que se hiciera la interpretación. Para ustedes, con gusto yo los ayudo. Por favor, cuando les toque su turno, avisen, dejen saber o levanten el signo de la mano en la computadora. Gracias. Ya tenemos quórum. Gracias.
Thank you so much. And again, let's go with the proper introduction of each committee member. Starting with myself again, Isidro Medina. I am the chair of the licensing committee, followed by Angel. Angel, please introduce yourself.
Sure. Thank you, Chair. My name is Angel Vasquez. I am the vice chair of the licensing committee, and a neighbor, formerly living in the southern end of Washington Heights and now properly in the middle of Washington Heights near 179th and Cabrini.
Thank you so much, Angel. Proceed by Robin Cruz.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Robin Cruz. I'm part of the community for like 10 years. Welcome all. Thank you, Sid.
Thank you, Rob. Followed by Leo. Leo, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. It's Leo Jimenez, and as always, it is a pleasure to have the applicants here with us tonight.
Thank you. Followed by Anthony Viola. Anthony, you have the floor.
Hi, everyone. My name is Anthony Viola. I'm a member of this committee and the Land Use Committee. I've been serving for about 4 months on the community board, and I reside in the southern part of Washington Heights.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Next, I will proceed to introduce the staff from our Community Board 12, starting with Ms. Ebenezer Smith. Ebenezer, you have the floor.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Ebenezer Smith. I'm the District Manager of Community Board 12 Manhattan. I want to welcome each one of you. The office, Chanel, Paola, and myself, we work very hard to put this meeting together. If you have any question, you need any assistance, don't hesitate to call the office. The telephone number is 212-568-8500. Have a good meeting.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer. Followed by Chanel. Chanel, you have the floor.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chanel Peniagua, the community associate, and I hope you guys have a good meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And again, Ebenezer indicated the kind of work that they're doing. And by far, this committee produces the largest amount of work, but at the same time, we also produce quality work. So I'm very proud of the work that Ebenezer and Chanel do for this committee. And it's a huge amount of documents that have to be presented to this committee so that we can have a fair assessment about your request or whatever you are thinking of having, from renewal of the licenses, corporate change, the new licenses. So they got to do a huge investment on time to make sure that we get the proper documents. So again, so we can have a decent idea as to what is going on with your particular businesses. Having said that, let's proceed now with the introduction of 33rd Precinct.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sergeant Rodriguez for the 33rd Precinct. I'm currently the NCO Sergeant here.
Thank you so much, Sergeant Rodriguez, for stepping in, and as usual, for your presence and your guidance on in this process. Let's proceed with the 34th Precinct.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Daniel Di Castillo. I'm the commanding officer of 34th Precinct. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Welcome on board, CEO. You and I have not personally met. I'm looking forward to see perhaps between the vice chair, Angel, and some committee members to see if we can have a meeting with the 34th precinct with the understanding that the 34th precinct has by far the largest amount of licenses. And perhaps if we can coordinate our resources, our knowledge, and of course our commitment, I'm sure that we will have a better understanding about the nightlife up in Northern Manhattan.
Yes, absolutely. We can definitely get that done. We'll communicate and get a meeting set up so that we can have a conversation.
Right. I have not met up with you personally, but I only have heard like really great things about you and your not only the commitment, but also how hard you work to make sure that our community stays safe.
Thank you very much. The credit goes to my officers, but I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much.
God bless. I don't see any other board members. So we'll proceed with the process. And CO, the way that we conduct our business here is that we call for each applicant. We listen to the request, listen about the background. Sometimes we would move forward really fast because we know that the applicant not only has submitted all the requirements, documents, but also that they will have a good reputation and they will have conducted themselves in a really good way. And usually if there are no complaints, issues, either from the residents and or the PD, we tend to approve those licenses. Why? Because we feel that it's our duty to support our small businesses because they become an integral part of our community. We're here to be facilitators, not to impede or put obstacles on the way of our small merchants. On that note, see if I can find someone that can do the minutes. Anyone can volunteer. By the way, Anthony, thank you for stepping up last time around. Angel was not here. You stepped up, so I'm really proud of the work that you've done. So I need a volunteer for the minutes. Committee members. I cannot ask the applicants to do the minutes. It would not be fair.
Cedra, I could take care of the minutes.
Anthony will take care of the minutes. Thank you so much, Anthony. Unless I'm missing anything else, I think we can proceed. Angel, are we?
Sure. Yep, I'm ready to go.
So let's proceed.
So welcome everyone. Today we have 17 applications on our agenda. A few have been withdrawn before the meeting, and so we're not completely at 17. I believe we are at around 14, if I'm not mistaken. The first set of applicants are seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license. The first applicant we have is Blue Corn Restaurant Corp., located at 1969 Amsterdam Avenue, between West 157th and West 158th Street. Do we have a representative from Blue Corn Restaurant Corp. Present today?
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Larios. I'm the owner of Blue Corn Restaurant Corp. And pleasure to be here.
I'm sorry, what's your name again, please?
Elizabeth Larios Aguilar.
Very well, welcome on board. So you're the owner, correct?
Yes, I am.
How long you been in business?
Oh, in business, this restaurant has been for like 20 years.
Excellent. And how's business right now? How's everything over there?
Right now, we are not that good, but we are in the business. It's not as good as before, like in the pandemic was very bad, but now we are okay.
How many employees do you have now?
4.
Very well. So for committee members and residents and the 33rd precinct, they submit a complete application. The last time that they received an inspection from the health department, they received an A. The last time they came to this community report, which was October 22, 2019, there was no objection by this community report. We checked on the questionnaire and they have no SLA violations. They submitted a copy of the license and also of a copy of the public notice. Are there any questions from our residents? Seeing none, this is with the purview of 33rd Precinct. Sergeant Rodriguez, what is the opinion of 33rd Precinct?
At this moment, there is nothing to report and no objections from the 33rd precinct.
Thank you so much, Sergeant. Committee members, any questions?
I have no question. Leo's hand is up. Sorry, I jumped in, Leo. You're correct.
No question necessarily. Just want to compliment the merchant. I've been going for quite a while. I have family live in the area and make great food. And I think, for such small business to come in and continue to do what they can, it's commendable and admirable. So I hope they can continue running a business, and I hope we can support this business for renewal.
Thank you so much, Leo. Angel.
I just want to echo Leo's sentiments. Elizabeth, you run an amazing restaurant. I used to live on 160th between Amsterdam and Broadway. I visited your restaurant and establishment many times. So I just want to commend you for what you bring to our community and the service that you provide to our community. Thank you. And also speaking in support of this restaurant to make sure
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Angel. So that'll be noted not only on the minutes, but will also be part of the resolution. I recommend that if there are objections, we go to straight vote. Saying none, please proceed, Angel.
Yes. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that is 5 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. The recommendation should be to not object on this application.
Done. So thank you so much, Elizabeth. Congratulations. Again, we are providing a recommendation to the general board. The final decision will be made at general board. I foresee no problems with this particular application, but you should come to the general board if you have further interest in this. But until then, no need to stay, and have a good night.
All right. Good night. Thank you very much.
Sure. Next online, please.
Sure. Our next applicant, also seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license, is The Element Restaurant, located on 854 West 181st Street at the corner of West 181st Street. Do we have a representative for The Element Restaurant Group? I'll call it one more time. Do we have a representative for The Element Restaurant Group?
Seeing that here, I see that they did submit a complete application. The last time that they received the health inspection, they received an A. There was no objection by this community board when they came back last time, which was April 27, 2021. And based on the record, they have no SLA violations. This is with the purview of 34 precinct. CO, what is the opinion of 34 precinct?
No objection from the 34th precinct. Thank you.
No objection on 34 precinct. So usually, CO, when we have an applicant that doesn't show up, if they're in good standing, if there are no complaints or issues by the residents, and if there are no issues by the corresponding precinct, we would tend to approve the license even though they don't show up. However, if they don't show up and there are issues, the committee will have a tendency to vote against the applicant. Very well. So let's proceed. If there are no objections or comments, to direct the vote. Andrew, please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that is a vote of 5 in support, no opposition, no abstention. The recommendation should be to not object on this application's renewal.
Thank you so much, and that will be recommended to the general board as well. So let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Applicant number 3, also seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license, is Barrel Tavern Inc., doing business as Liffey II Bar, located at 5009 Broadway, store number 1 at the corner of West 213th Street. Do we have a representative for Barrel Tavern Inc., doing business as Liffey II Bar?
Yes, I'm here. I'm Kirby Mannix. I'm the owner.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Good, thank you.
How long you been in business, Kevin?
Close to 24 years,
34?
24.
24. All right. And how's that business thus far there?
It's improved in the last couple of months, but during the coronavirus, it was tough.
I can imagine. That's good to hear, though.
We did survive.
How many employees do you have, Kevin?
I have 6 at the moment.
I'm sorry, Kevin. How many employees do you have now?
6 at the moment.
6. All right. Good. So this applicant submitted a complete application. I do have a couple of questions, Kevin, and I'm sure maybe the committee members will also have some. You received a grade of not yet graded. Can you please tell us why is that?
One of the things was we did not have a permit from the health department because during COVID, they didn't send out the renewals, but that has been renewed. I had to pay for the 2 years in a row that they hadn't given it out, but that has been fixed.
So this has been fixed?
Yes.
And
paying it.
And when will you get your letter grade?
No, I presume either the next time they visit or they should mail it out. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
We actually had an A on the last inspection.
Okay. And I see that there was an SLA violation, 2 SLA violations of $7,000. Can you please give us an explanation on that?
I'm trying to think what it was. To be honest, I cannot remember what it was. But it definitely was over 3 or 4 years ago, I believe.
Maybe COVID related?
Any which?
Is it perhaps COVID related?
I know one time during COVID, I done a renovation of the place. And at shortly the week after we opened, we did get an inspection by the police department. And I actually got a violation for not having a pregnant woman poster in the bar, which, believe it or not, led to a $2,000 fine.
Okay. And that has since been rectified?
Well, the $2,000 fine was paid and we have the poster. But as I said, we were in the middle of I done a complete renovation of the place. And the old poster had been there for possibly about 15 years.
Okay. I see that Anthony he sent up. I'll get back to you in a minute, Anthony, unless it's urgent. This is with the Paragraph 34 precinct. So this will be under your jurisdiction, CO Castillo?
Yes, no objections from us. Thank you.
So no objection by 34 precinct. I think I have my questions answered. Anthony, you have the floor.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to the health inspection. So it looks like you were issued a grade pending in February, but when you submitted your application, you submitted a photograph of your A letter grade. Did they mail you an updated grade pending certificate to post?
No, not yet.
They haven't mailed it to you yet. Okay. That's all I have. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Seeing all the comments, if there are no other comments, I recommend to go to a straight vote. Seeing opposition, and you please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Excuse me?
Abstain.
Abstain. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that is 4 votes in support, no opposition, 1 abstention. The recommendation should be to not object on this application.
Thank you so much, Angel. So once again, Kirby, congratulations. Again, this is not the final decision. The final decision will be made by the board. No need to wait. Have a good night and congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Sure. Application number 4. This is from 160 Dykeman Restaurant Corp. Doing business as República, located at 160 Dykeman Street at the corner of Sherman Avenue. also seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for 160 Dykeman Restaurant Court doing business as República?
Yes, how you doing, guys? Good evening. Miguel speaking. Miguel Acosta, representing República. How you guys been?
Doing very well. Thank you so much, amigo. So this applicant once again submitted all the required documents, and on the last time that they were inspected by the health department, they received an A. The last time that they came to this community board, there was no objection, which was May 29 of 2021. There are no SLA summonses, and there are no reported issues on the application. I see that this license is going to expire in June, I believe, or May 31st.
I believe June 30th.
Okay, so June 30th. I'm glad that you're here, that you're in time to make sure that you get your license. Please. I see no comments from our community members. And Anthony, we can have that. If it's not your question, we can address it now. If not, we'll wait until committee session.
It's just to know what his title is for the minutes. He didn't say.
Representative.
Thank you so much, Anthony. We'll proceed with the 34th precinct. This is with the purview of the 34th. CEO Castillo, what is the recommendation of the 34th precinct?
34th precinct has no objections with República.
No objection was stated by the 34th precinct. Miguel, how long has been República open?
They've been open for, I believe this is their third renewal, so about 6 years.
I know I can check here on the questionnaire, and I should have an answer to how many employees they have. And just let me check. They have 50, approximately 50 employees. It's a big establishment. And offhand, how well are they doing as a business right now?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? I kind of like lost you at them. So.
How are they doing business-wise right now? Are they struggling, driving?
Business has been okay. I spoke to Victor Sanchez, who's the owner, and his wife, who her assistant manager, and told me that, you know, it's basically on certain days that they get a pretty decent runs.
Yeah, it's a really nice place.
The majority of the businesses.
I like the establishment. I also like the ownership. They've really been responsible and have been engaging the community quite often. So I'm really proud of the work that that they've been producing. Leo,
I'll let the ownership know. Thank you so much.
Sure, Leo.
I just want to echo what you said, Isidro. I think their establishments run really well. It's also one of the only rooftop places we have here in Washington Heights, Inwood. So I hope they continue to keep a clean business, and we'll continue supporting.
No doubt. Thank you so much, Leo. And that will also be reflected on both the minutes and also on the resolution. And on that note, if there are no objections, then I think that we should go to straight vote.
Great. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, with 5 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention, the recommendation should be to not object on this application.
Thank you so much, Angel. Miguel, please send regards to the owners there, to his wife. And again, we hope they do well for a long time.
Will do. Thank you. Isidro, can I ask for a favor? Number 15, I'll be representing that, but I'm not going to be able to do that today. So I'm going to withdraw that application and submit it for the next licensing meeting next month.
Thank you so much, Miguel. So for the record, agenda item number 15 has been withdrawn.
Thank you very much. You have a great night.
You enjoy your night as well. Let's proceed to the next agenda item, please.
Sure. Next agenda item is 104 Dykeman Corp. Doing business as Pregame Dykeman, located at 104 Dykeman Street at the corner of Dykeman Street. This is an applicant seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for 104 Dykeman Corp. doing business as Pregame Dykeman?
That's Robert Swetnick. I'm the attorney for them, and also I believe is Sheila Santana, who's the president.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. So Robert, you are the attorney?
Correct.
And then we have someone present from the establishment?
Yes, Sheila Santana,
And she's what, owner?
owner, president.
So we have the attorney and also the owner present. This applicant completed complete application. The grade is pending. I will have a question on that. And interesting that the last time that they came to the community board, the staff was not able to find a resolution. But because they have a license, then that resolution would have been obviously on the positive. And so, Robert, I have a couple of questions for you and the owner. The first, why is that you're getting a grade pending? Because I see that there are some issues. I'd like for you to clarify what are those health issues, why they're there, what are you doing to mitigate the problem? And also I see that there is an SLA summons of $3,000. Can you please elaborate on both?
On the SLA summons, I believe it was during COVID that there was somebody who was not wearing a mask during an inspection. Obviously, he had a reason. He said, his earpiece broke, but, they did give him a summons and we did pay it. I don't know anything about the health department issue. So if you can elaborate on that, maybe Sheila can respond.
Yes, we're waiting for them to come and grade us. They haven't come.
So you have not been graded?
That when we tried to find out the information, they said they were backed up because of COVID, and we're still waiting for them to come.
And you received a notice that said that it hasn't been graded. Usually, when we receive that type of notice, because there's some type of issues that have to be rectified, and they will not want to give you a failing grade. But you're saying that they have not appeared or have not come.
They have not appeared.
Yes, he's never been inspected.
Very well. This is with the priority of 34th precinct. CEO Castillo, what is the opinion of 34th precinct?
With pregame, I have to say I have strong objections. We've had many issues with that establishment. We just had a shots fired yesterday morning at 1:40 in the morning that we know stemmed from that location, from a fight that began in that location. We had a police involved shooting last year where the individuals who were involved in the shooting were hanging out in front of that location. We've done several inspections. Every time we go, we issue several summonses because the violations aren't corrected. We've issued summonses for serving minors alcohol at that location more than once. And then there was an incident last year where someone who was underage was involved in a fight outside of the location. And when we spoke to her, she said that she had been at pregame since 6 p.m. drinking, and she was underage. So they're clearly serving underage individuals. They're clearly over serving people because almost on a nightly basis, we have fights in front of the location. They do not cooperate with us when we ask for their assistance. I have to dedicate resources specifically to keep an eye on that location because of all the issues we've had there. And that, in my opinion, that makes the rest of the Inwood neighborhood less safe because I can't dedicate those resources elsewhere where they should be dedicated. I shouldn't be having to basically pay additional security for an establishment because they can't keep their things up to code or they don't take these incidents, in my opinion, seriously enough. So as I mentioned, I have to strongly object to this renewal.
CEO Castillo, you mentioned that there was a shot fired yesterday. At what time again? It was a
1:40 in the morning.
And it was outside of the premise?
Yes.
And you also indicated that there were several inspections where they received summons because of serving to minors. And then you also stated that there was an underage fight right outside of the premise. When was this specifically?
So the female I spoke about that had a fight in front of the premises and mentioned that she had been drinking a pregame since 6 p.m. That was in October of last year. And the last time we wrote a summons for serving alcohol to a minor was on the 1st of March of this year. But overall, for this year, we've issued 11 criminal court summonses, 2 oath summonses, at that location, stemming from that location. And we conducted an inspection on the 4th of this month, and we issued 5 violations for several, different violations there.
So to have some clarity, you have submitted 11 criminal summonses?
Criminal court summonses and 2 oath summonses.
What are those?
Those are just civil summonses. They're you can be drinking. I can give you exactly what they were written for now. So one's unreasonable noise, one of the oath summonses, and the other one was for open container right in front of the location.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to open the floor, Leo, if it's something urgent. If not, we can leave it to committee discussion. If not, we'll proceed with the resident first. Leo?
We have one hand from a resident.
Yes, Cheryl, you have the floor.
Thanks, Isidro. I don't live in that area, but I just had a comment. As far as underage drinking and premises selling alcohol to minors, that is a very big no-no to SLA. Okay, SLA does not take those things lightly. And I have seen, places lose their license. SLA will not renew a license and fine, a heavy fine to the establishments. So I don't know, is nobody proofing these people that come in there to make sure they are of age? I don't know. There's something that they use. I don't know, Isidro. There's something that they have to, the people that serve the alcohol, that a lot of times they have to go through a certain training or something. I can't think of what it is, but I've heard it mentioned many times. And also that there's something that the establishments use to check and make sure that the people that they're serving are not minors. Because I know for a fact that a lot of time SLA, they send inspectors in there undercover, to pose as like an underage person. And if they catch them selling the alcohol, they can really shut them down. So I'm just saying it's a very serious issue. That's very serious.
Thank you.
Also the shootings is nothing to sneeze at either. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sharon. Your comments will also be part of the resolution in the minutes. Leo, something urgent, or should we go allow the operator to respond to all of these concerns? Leo.
It's just a comment on.
Yes, please.
We want to let the operator speak on their behalf, and then that's our committee. I'll wait for that as well.
Thank you so much. So Robert, and I guess also the owner. So you heard the many issues brought up by the precinct, very serious violations as indicated by Cheryl Miller, who is a resident. I also know that these are very serious issues. Can you please elaborate on the report that has been submitted?
Okay, this is Bob Swetnick. I really can't because I do their SLA work and there are no violations pending. There's nothing from the SLA pending. There's basically what would happen if they receive summonses or notices from the precinct. They would normally issue violations and we would have a hearing on them or pay a fine, etc. There's nothing pending regarding pregame, to my knowledge, and I do all their SLA work. I have not been given any summonses to defend regarding underage sales, etc., in the criminal court. So I don't know if they have somebody else or what they're doing with them, and I have no knowledge of it. Sheila, can you add any light?
Yes. when they gave the minor summon, it was a person outside the establishment, not inside, and the officer came inside and wrote the summon like it was also that person wasn't in the establishment. It came from another place because we are having places next to us that is not helping. We close early. We close at 2 a.m. And they are coming from another place to stand outside, which is not our responsibility. So that ticket, it was dismissed. That's the first thing I have to tell the officer. It didn't belong to us. So the court dismissed that ticket. That was the first thing. And the incident yesterday, that I think it was yesterday or 2 days before yesterday, I don't remember. That person didn't come from us neither. Like he said, that happened at 1:45 in the morning. We closed at 2. So like around 1:15, everybody's out of the establishment. Nobody's there. We're always trying to cooperate with the police. Also, every time they need help from us, we are doing it. We're not allowing valet parking. So, and we don't have enough summons pending.
Anything else that you want to say further?
Nothing else.
I have Leo followed by Anthony. Leo, you have the floor.
So a couple of things. These are very troubling violations and allegations as well. Obviously, in the community, especially with the rise in crime, we want to make sure that we're empowering our businesses, but that our businesses are also being good to their neighbors to ensure that we keep each other in the neighborhood safe. I'm troubled, and I'm most likely going to vote against this application. I understand that the owner says that there was confusion, I guess, with minors, but you got to remember your business within the building line or the business line in your building, you take care of that. So the sidewalk, you have to clean up after yourself. If there's people loitering around, you are allowed to say, hey, take it down the block. If you're not doing that and the police comes and there's somebody drinking in front for open container or starting a fight, you are part of the issue. You are partially responsible. So
I'm sorry, we're doing that. We're doing that. We're cleaning.
Those
but
violations and allegations are very troubling. It's one thing if you have an isolated incident or a couple incidents last year, things happen, right? Sometimes it's out of our control. But as recent as March for underage, drinking.
We don't allow underage. We have an ID scanner. We even have ID scanner to scan the ID. We don't allow underage people there.
Let me ask you a question to your lawyer, or you could answer. Did you guys already submit for the renewal? So you're just coming for the compliance, or are you going to submit after this meeting or after the board votes on this application renewal?
They give notice to the community board first, so I don't know where the timing is on this. They have to give 30 days notice to the community board before they can submit.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Just a quick house chore. And you can please see if you can upgrade Simari as a panelist. You have,
I was looking for her earlier. I can't find her.
I have already upgraded her. I think she may have stepped away.
Okay.
All right. Well, please see if you can upgrade that her to be a panelist. Anthony followed by CEO Castillo. Anthony, you have the floor.
Yeah, so I just want to ask, because there sounds like there's a little bit of a contradiction where the CEO said that you're not cooperating with the precinct. So could you just elaborate, if in recent weeks and months, have you been responding to requests made by the 34th? And if so, who are you speaking to? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can you repeat your question?
Yes. So one of the things that the CEO said was that no one from your business has been cooperating with the 34th precinct. So can you elaborate a bit more? You said that you do respond to them. Who have you been speaking with?
I'll tell you right now. You want the name who I usually speak to?
From the 34th, yeah, to help clarify this miscommunication.
Eimer, Officer Eimer? You can ask Officer Eimer.
Okay, that's the only question I had. CEO, if you wanted to respond to that.
Okay, so Officer Aim is actually the officer who conducted the last inspection and found 5 violations and issued those summonses. That's first and foremost. And again, I just want to be clear that I'm relatively new here, less than a year, but I'm sure if you ask other business owners in the neighborhood, I'm not a heavy-handed person. I'm not the type of person that's looking to issue citations unnecessarily. With regard to the young lady mentioned that they close at 2 and by 1:15 it's clear that's absolutely not true. We're out there on a nightly basis and they go past 2 o'clock, and we're trying to get people to leave the establishment and leave the location on a nightly basis. That's first. Secondly, you know, when the message has to filter down. So if you're saying that you're willing to cooperate with us and work with us, then when we ask security guards not to let people walk out of the establishment with liquor in their hands and they never help us out, you know, that message obviously has to filter down to security, because it's not doing so at this time. People are constantly walking out of that establishment with liquor in their hands. We do not issue the summonses we've issued is not representative of how many violations we actually observe. So we are pretty lenient. You know, we know people are out to have a good time. We're not looking to hurt businesses. We're not looking to ruin people's nights. So once in a while, we'll issue summonses to send a message. But for the most part, we're letting a lot of things slide just because we have resource restrictions. And I'd rather keep my guys out there to try to prevent robberies than to have to bring somebody back because they don't have ID to issue a summons or something of that nature. So, you know, nothing against the young lady who's speaking. I'm sure she has the attitude and the mentality that she wants to work with us, but it's definitely not filtering down to her staff because, as I mentioned, on a nightly basis, I have to commit additional resources to that location for the reasons that I've outlined, you know, during this meeting.
Okay, thank you so much, CEO. On that note, and I think we should go to straight vote if an objection committee members saying that an objections, please proceed.
Ready to proceed. Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Leo, how do you vote?
No.
Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Chair, that's 0 votes in support, 5 votes in opposition, no abstentions. The recommendation is to object on this application.
Thank you so much, Angel. And for both, you know, the attorney and the owner, we hope that you come back up to this community board with a clear path in resolving these problems. They are not 1, 2, or 3. There are many problems. We hope that you understand how serious these issues are. Serving alcohol to a minor is a really, really serious problem. And even if they're standing in front of your business with a cup that doesn't belong to you, you should rectify the problem. No one should be drinking outside of the establishment. Be young, old, won't matter. Drinking outside the establishment should not be allowed by the security personnel in this establishment. So I hope that you all come back with a clear path on solving all these problems, because not until these problems are resolved will this committee approve any resolution for approval on the renewal, changing the method of operation. Nothing will come this way until these issues are rectified. So I invite both the attorney and the owner to please sit together and come with a plan of action. We hope to see you sometime soon. On that note,
not even that, if I can say something, Sid.
Yes, Robin.
Not even that, they need to cooperate with the 34. This is mandatory. They need to cooperate. We need our neighbors to be safe. In any case, even them, they need to be safe. They're out there. It's a lot of crazy people. So we don't want anything to happen to them either. Thank you.
Even though you're right, even though this is a large community, we are a close-knit community, and we work very closely with our respective precincts, and we're going to keep that because we have to protect our residents and also the clientele that will come to the restaurants. So on that note, Angel, please proceed to the next item.
Applicant number 6 is Taco Inn Corp. doing business as Taco and Taqueria, located at 1495 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 185th Street, seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for Taco Inn Corp. doing business as Taco and Taqueria? I will call that up one more time. Do we have a representative for Taco Inn Corp. doing business as Taco and Taqueria?
Sí, buenas tardes.
Okay.
Mi nombre es Margarita Pérez, soy la dueña de Taco Inn.
Soraya, are you available to translate? Thank you.
Señora, ¿le gustaría la interpretación? ¿La puedo ayudar?
Sí, por favor.
Okay, yes, she said.
And please see if you could translate, Soraya, what she just said.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the last part?
Can you please tell us her name because she introduced herself?
Por favor, diga su nombre para presentarse.
Margarita Pérez.
Margarita Pérez.
Very well. Committee members, residents, and 34th precinct, the applicant did submit a complete application as required by this community board. The last time that they were visited by the health department, they received an A. So I have some question on that. The last time that they came to this community report, there was no objection, which was June 26 of 2018. There are no SLA fines based on this report. And I see that they have about 5 employees. Please, Soraya, ask her like how long she's been in business and how was the business doing now?
Señora, ¿cuánto tiempo ha estado con su negocio abierto y cómo está el negocio actualmente?
5 años y
5
pues
years.
está un poco lento.
And it is a little bit slow.
Thank you so much, Margarita. I see that you received a B on the last health inspection. And I noticed that there are some issues with specifically on July 28th, 2022, because of some violations of a pre-cooked meal that were raw. And some of the wiping cloths not stored in a clean and dry way. And you received some violations. Can you please tell us what are you doing to rectify these problems, or if these problems were rectified?
Sí, vimos que usted recibió una nota, un grado B en la inspección de salud y también hay una cuestión en referencia al 28 de julio del 22, donde usted recibió algunas violaciones por la razón de algunas comidas que no estaban bien cocinadas, más bien crudas. Y también unos paños de limpiar que no estaban bien, impropios.
Sí, esto fue en el 2022. Entonces yo recibí la letra, después regresaron a los 4 meses, recibí la letra A, pero entonces ahora apenas regresaron en febrero y me dieron la letra B porque el mesero estaba tomando los chips sin guantes. Y la mesera no estaba supuesta a tener el paño con el que limpia las mesas como en su mandil, pero realmente no es con ese que limpia las mesas, sino que es con el que ella limpia como que sus manos. Entonces fueron esas 2 violaciones.
Okay, gracias. So yes, I used, that was 4 months ago, and after that they came and gave me an A, but then recently in February, they gave me a B because my waiters, my servers, one of them was picking up the chips with his hands, and then another waiter was had an issue with a cleaning rags. También porque una persona no limpió bien con los paños, me dijo.
No, le dieron porque el paño tenía que estar en el cloro y ella lo tenía en la mano.
Okay, correction. The cleaning cloth was supposed to be in inside the bleach and she was holding it with her hands. Was the last issue.
And are these issues rectified?
Y estas cuestiones han sido rectificadas, señora.
Sí, y estoy esperando ahora en junio la inspección.
Esperando la inspección. Yes, I am waiting for the next inspection in June.
So for the record, and I'll put this as part of the record, and hopefully Anthony, I will do that part of the minutes as well. I have visited this establishment like many, many times, close to my house. They have been great community stakeholders. Can't say anything wrong about this establishment. They have expanded from being a very small place to now a decent sized establishment. They bring mariachis on board, which I love mariachi band. It's my favorite. So I'm very happy of the work that you're doing, Margarita, you and your husband there. It's a family restaurant. And I feel when I go there that I'm eating authentic Mexican food. Soraya, please translate.
Sí, él está muy contento con el trabajo que están haciendo. Se nota que es un lugar de familia y sirven comida auténtica mexicana. Y él ha visitado varias veces. Se ve que están envueltos en la comunidad.
And
Gracias.
they should keep operating the mariachi bands.
I'm sorry, it was cutting off. They should keep.
They should keep bringing the mariachi bands.
Y continúen con los mariachi bands que traen.
Okay.
This is within the purview of the 34th precinct. CEO Castillo, what is the opinion of the 34th precinct?
No objections, Mr. Medina. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 34 has no objection on this establishment for the renewal. I see no comments from committee, from residents, committee members. Any questions? If not, we'll go to straight vote. Let's proceed to straight vote. Angel, please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that is 5 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. The recommendation should be to not object on this application.
Thank you so much, Angel. Again, please, Soraya, let Margarita know how proud we are of this establishment, and no need for her to wait on. The final decision we made by the general board. So let her know that we wish you like a good night.
Están muy orgullosos de su establecimiento, pero para que sepa que la decisión final la va a hacer la Junta General.
Okay, muchísimas gracias. Buenas noches.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Good night. Next, let's proceed, Angel, please.
Sure. Chair, just want to recognize that we have Carl Nagbu has joined us.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Carl. Please introduce yourself, Carl, as a committee member.
Yes, so I'm a community member, licensing committee, and yes, I live in the neighborhood. And yeah, so I've been a member of the board for over a year, and I'm still having fun doing it. So yeah, by the way, I'm sorry to be a bit late, but I had to go to something else before I showed up. So yeah, but I'm happy to be on board, and thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Welcome on board, Carl. Angel, let's proceed, please.
Sure. The next applicant is seeking the renewal of their restaurant wine license. Again, this is a restaurant wine license, so we're talking about wine and beers. The applicant is Maimon Mariscos Inc., located at 1356 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 178th Street. Do we have a representative for Maimon Mariscos Inc.?
Yes, yeah, it's me, James Wang, representative.
Welcome, James.
And James, you are the owner, is that correct?
I'm the representative.
This applicant submitted a complete application. However, the board staff members couldn't find a health inspection code. And for some reason, they couldn't find a resolution of the last time that this operator came to this community board. So we have no record of the resolution. The last resolution passed or approved by this community board, nor do we have the last health inspection as is required that we get it from the staff. James, what can you tell us about the health inspection? What did you get on your last health inspection?
Oh, no, they don't have the grid because they don't have the health permit. They hold up the agriculture market department from state. They have the food process license. So the state now they issue the grid.
Okay, so they haven't come in yet, correct?
Yeah, they hold up the agriculture market department permit. The food process permit is from the state. The state is not issue the grid, only for New York City Department of Health.
Okay, so the state issues the house inspection. Committee members, they don't have an SLA violations. So I cannot say what they got the last time they received. They came to the community board. So on that note, I would see if any comments from residents. See none. Committee members, do you have any?
Chair, you have a hand from Anthony.
Anthony, and then we'll proceed to 33rd precinct. This is at the north end of 33rd. Anthony.
All right, I just want to clarify the type of license that you hold with the state. So do you serve prepared food on site to patrons sitting in the establishment?
Yeah, that one is okay. So when you look at the establishment, yes, they prepared some food on premise. That's true, but the most part is for the fish market. So that's the reason the department, the actual the market department to come in to inspect the issue the permit for food process. So if the cooked food is less than 10%, so they can hold the permit from the state.
And James, this is I'm sorry, Anthony. Did he answer your question? Do you have a follow-up?
Thank you.
James, the name of the place is Maimon Marisco Incorporated.
Incorporated, yes, right, yeah.
And how long you been in business?
About 2 years.
How's business going there?
It's okay. So I can say it's just like normal. Not great, but not bad either.
Okay. Committee members, this is with the purview of 33rd precinct. Rodriguez, what is the opinion of 33rd precinct?
At this moment, there's nothing to report, so no objections from the 33rd precinct.
Thank you so much, Sergeant. No objection. Seeing there are no questions, so let's proceed to a vote. If committee members, and you please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, Leo, how do you vote? Oh, sorry, that was you. Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
That's 6 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. The recommendation should be to not object on this application, Chair.
Thank you so much, Angel. So James, congratulations. I'm sure the board will approve this request the next time that we meet, but the final decision will be taken by the board. I'm sure we'll be positive. So have a good night. I hope you keep doing well and do better, and keep doing the great job that you're doing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good night.
Right. So this application passes. Angel, let's proceed to the next one, please.
Sure. We are now at application number 8. This is Seaflower Fish Market, Inc., located at 4127 Broadway, store number 5, between West 174th and West 175th Street. The applicant is seeking the renewal of their Eating Place beer license. So specifically, Eating Place beer license. Do we have a representative for Seaflower Fish Market, Inc.?
It's me again.
Okay, wonderful.
And you are the representative, right?
Yes, yeah.
So this applicant submitted complete applications as required. I do see some health violations on the last inspection. The last time that they did come into this community report, there was no objection. That was June 23rd of 2020. There are no SLA fines. James, I do have a question besides the crate pending and some of the violations.
Sure.
Do you have an outside dining structure in front of your place?
For that one, I have no idea. I don't know because the owner is out of state, so he cannot come in. So this for that one, I cannot answer. So for my memory, yes, I think they have the roadside. the structure, something like this.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Yeah.
I do have a concern about that structure.
Yeah, she's right. My mom lives around there, and I can confirm there is a structure there.
There's a structure. And my concern is that this structure, unless it has a ramp, will not be up to codes, accessibility issues. There are there's at least one step that has at least 4 inches in height, and that should be level, or there should be a ramp to comply with the DA requirements by the city. Are you aware of that?
No, that one, as I said, I cannot answer exactly. Yeah, no.
I understand.
Anyway, yeah, you have any recommendation? Yes, I will bring to the owner. Definitely, we will comply with the DOT, building department, and the committee board.
And it's very simple because that small step is very small, but it has to have a ramp.
Okay.
Fully accessible. So please let the owner know. Also, can you please elaborate on the health violations that you have received?
The health violation, yes. So for that one, I know. So so for the some violations, okay. So they do the correction, and also I'm helping them to correct the old violation, so to prevent future violations.
Are you aware about these violations? What they were?
I cannot remember.
They had to do with live roaches.
Yeah, Lightman, they do hire the
Evidence of mice. Equipment not protected. Amongst others.
Okay, for the warming problem, so they do sign the contract with the new exterminator, and they coming bi-weekly. This means every 2 times for months, and this problem should be resolved because they hired a new one. They stopped the old contract. So for that one, I know. For the equipment not protect, for that one, so they will make sure because they have the warming and the mice problem before. But anyway, all of the equipment they will be protect, and all of staff they will put on in the warming pro container.
So you're saying like the issues have been rectified or will be rectified?
Is correct. Is correct.
Which one?
So for the warming problem, I said we have a new exterminator.
Come closer to the microphone. We can barely hear you.
Right now, they can. Okay, so when they switch to the new exterminator, so they can. Right now, they cannot find the roaches and the mice, so the problem was resolved.
Okay, so you have a new exterminator.
Yes, right.
The problem has been rectified. Very well. This is with the purview of 33rd Precinct, Senor Rodriguez.
Sorry, he was muted. At this time, we have nothing to report, no objections.
No objection by 33rd Precinct. And I see Anthony, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Can you tell me why the name of the business and the establishment is different than what the health department has?
Okay, so yes, right. They call it sun. Okay, say flowers the before, and right now they changed it to the sunflower. So the new permit was applied, but it's no inspection yet. So this is the reason they are not really switch to the new establishment. They still operate under sunflowers.
So the health inspection says Calle 174. Does that business name ring a bell? Because that is what the Department of Health has in their record. Yeah.
No, that one definitely wrong. So yeah, before they call it sea flowers. Right now they call it sunflowers.
Okay. Well, I do want to say for the record that although you do say that they've hired a new exterminator, the health department did go twice. So obviously this wasn't an isolated incident. They went first on February 7th, saw those same issues dealing with mice and roaches. and then went back again on February 23rd and once again saw the same issues. So I appreciate that you say that they've hired an exterminator, but I do believe that the health inspection gave them sufficient time to have had the problem resolved, and they still didn't have it resolved with that second inspection. So that I'm just stating for the record.
Okay, I understand. So I said, so recently they hired a new one because they have 2 times is not pass. So also, yeah, you're right. So, the older exterminator did not do the right job. So this reason they switch it to new one. Yeah.
When did you hire the exterminator?
Okay, so they hired the exterminator in April. They switched to new one.
So you hired the exterminator in April?
Yeah, switch to the new exterminator April.
Very well. Thank you so much. If there are no objections, let's go to straight vote. Seeing none.
Chair, I want to recognize that we've been joined by Simari Hernandez. I'm not sure if she was on the entire time to vote, but just recognizing that you have another committee member.
Hi, Simari, welcome on board. Did you hear the comments about this particular agenda items? Are you able to vote?
Some towards the end. I'll wait till the next one.
Thank you. Can you please introduce yourself to the rest of the members?
Hello, everyone. Simari Hernandez. I'm the second vice chair of the community board. Thank you for jumping on, and apologies for my tardiness. I look forward to hearing from the rest of the applicants and what you bring to the community. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Simari. And you please proceed.
Sure. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Leo, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Carl, how do you vote?
Abstain.
Anthony, how do you vote?
No.
Chair, that is 2 votes in support, 2 votes in opposition, 2 abstentions. The recommendation of the committee is to object to this application.
So we have two in favor, 2 against, and 2
2 abstentions.
Anthony, you have other names for the minutes?
I do.
So James, this application fails.
Okay.
And that's because of the seriousness of the violations that you have received for this establishment. We hope that you not only rectify the problem, but will be consistent. And perhaps you can come back, so maybe the committee will have a different result. And that note, no need to wait, James, if you have no other applications. So you have a good night.
I have another one.
Thank you so much. Let's proceed to the next one.
Sure. So the next type of applicant that we're looking at is seeking a class change. This is FEM 176 Inc. doing business as Flor de Mayo, located at 4160 Broadway at the corner of West 176th Street. Do we have a representative for FEM 176 Inc. doing business as Flor de Mayo?
Yeah.
I will call you up one more time. Do we have a representative for FEM 176 Inc. doing business as Flor de Mayo?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, James, it's you again. Okay.
I think no.
James, you need to be closer to the mic because we can't hear you when you're speaking.
Okay, I think maybe the owner is online. Did you see him?
Unless the owner has spoken up, difficult to tell. I don't see a name for Flor de Mayo.
Sure.
Let's see if they're within the attendees.
Okay, so if not here, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So this applicant did submit a complete application. Based on the last health inspection, they have not yet been graded. There have been no SLA violations. And for some strange circumstances, the community board doesn't have on record the last time that they came on board. So we don't have previous resolution to see whether or not this committee approved this license or not. So the request here is for a class change. A class change means that the operator wants to change perhaps from from a wine and beer license to a full liquor license. Yes. The process. Here you do have your hand up. Is anything pressing?
Yeah, the applicant came last year to us prior to them opening the restaurant, but they withdrew. They never came back. That is probably the reason there's no record. I remember that very clearly.
So it's a little bit concerning that they, based on your statement, that they withdrew the application, proceeded to go to the SLA. They got the license. They have a wine and beer license, and perhaps there were some steps by the SLA that, because of the previous issues that were going on that establishment, they were given a wine and beer license. But I think personally that all applicants have to come to this community board so we can know what's going on, what are the method of operation. So now we have no background on this establishment, and I'm a little bit concerned, but it is what it is. The application is submitted. So James, the operator wants to have a class change. Please elaborate what it is that they want.
Okay. More background. The beer and wine license, I'm not a representative. You can see the notice. So the old representative from ABC license. So they are not doing the right job. So this is the reason the owner hired me to do the new the class change. I understand your board request, the owner coming. If no, okay, may I ask we can postpone to next month? I definitely ask him coming to answer any question if your board have, because I understand you. I'm agree with you. So they are definitely not right. If they withdraw the application, they withdraw with the board and they submit the application to liquor authority, it's definitely not right.
So I actually found the document from June 8th when they came to our meeting. They withdrew in May. They came back in June. They had not submitted all the complete documents, and we objected to the application.
We objected to the application.
Yes, yes.
So James, you said that you want to withdraw this application and have Donna come back perhaps next month?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, if you can lay over, you can lay over. If you cannot lay over, I will resend the notice to you. So definitely we will working with the board. So I don't like something happened. Okay, definitely they're doing something wrong. They should be no. This one was wrong.
So please note that this application has been withdrawn, and we're looking forward to getting some questions answered, hopefully by the next month.
Sure.
The application has been withdrawn. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Should I mute myself first? The next applicant is seeking a change in their method of operation. This is application number 12 because application numbers 10 and 11 were both withdrawn before the meeting. So application number 12 is Mama Taco LLC, doing business as Mama Taco, located at 5025 Broadway between West 214th Street and West 215th Street. Do we have a representative for Mama Taco LLC, doing business as Mama Taco?
Hi, yes, I'm here, Rose Rodriguez, the owner of Mama Taco.
Welcome, Rose.
And
Thank you.
Indicated that you're the owner, correct?
Yes.
你听到了吗？你听到了吗？你听到？
James, please mute yourself if you're so kind. So the applicant did submit a complete application the last time that they were inspected by the health department. They received an A. The last time they did come into this community report, they came in November 24, 2022. There was no objection, no SLA fines. So they're here for to change the method of operation. So Rosa, what are the changes that you want?
So, yes, so I'm seeking to have some type of live music. We are a Mexican modern creative restaurant, and we do, we had Cinco de Mayo and we had a great time. The community, we bring a mariachi, but we want to bring people more of a live experience in the summer at least, so that our sales can go up and our revenue and provide a good atmosphere for families and the community. So we were just seeking to see if I can get live music.
Very well. So the applicant is seeking live music for the establishment. That'll be for the change of the method of operation. For the record, let's go through an email that we received from a resident indicating that they have some concerns about outside dining shed, which has amplified music, which is not permitted, by the way. And also, they seem to be lacking a permit where they're allowing non-tobacco hookah in the premise. So these are issues that have been brought up to this community board, to the licensing committee, and they should be part of the record, indicating that there are issues with the speakers outside, which are mounted outside of the shed or on the shed, and also lots of hookah smoking. So that'll be part of the record. Before I proceed, Rosa, you heard these concerns from residents. What do you have to say about these issues?
Yes, we did have a speaker outside. We thought it would draw, keep a nice environment, but we did remove the speaker. It wasn't attached, and for the hookah, it was been a back and forth where we were not allowing it, and then we're not getting customers, and we did do it, and we were told we're not allowed to, and it was removed. But yeah, I know about the speaker outside, and it has been removed.
Okay. One of my recommendations would be that you will submit pictures of the outside area.
Okay.
Indicating with a statement that you have removed, and this is going to send to the staff members at CV12. And the statement is that you have removed the speakers from the outside premise, along with pictures that would document that there are no speakers on the outside premises. Would that be something you'd be against, or that would be okay?
Yes, I can provide that.
And Rosa, we need to have this no later than May 25th at 5 o'clock. Just 1 second, please.
Okay, I'm sorry about my background noise.
It has to be in by the 19th.
Of May?
Yes.
Okay.
By 5 o'clock.
Okay, by 5 o'clock, May 19th.
So you please send that email along with proof pictures, along with the statement that I just mentioned.
Okay, you would be providing me with the email so I can
No, you write this email to the community board indicating as per request of the licensing committee, you are submitting photos of the outside shed where you see that there are no speakers attached, and that you have removed the speakers on X, Y, and Z date. I don't know when you removed it, but that should be part of that email.
Okay.
So let's go now to the 34th precinct. This is within the purview of the 34th precinct. CEO Castillo, what is the opinion of 34th precinct? And again, they just want to change from a beer and wine license to a full liquor license.
I have no objections.
No objection by the 34th precinct. Committee members?
You have one hand from the community. You have Martin
somebody from the
Collins.
community is putting their hands up.
Martin Collins, you have the floor. Maybe he has to be promoted.
He was just should have just been promoted.
There we go. Thank you very
There we
much. Good evening, everyone. Just a couple of questions. Number one, will this be the music? What are the hours of operation and the days of operation that the live music would take place? Second question is, will this be amplified sound or acoustic? And third, the sliding front doors to the establishment that open up, will they be open while the live music is playing?
Rosa?
We're only allowed to stay till 2 a.m. Fridays and Saturday. Our kitchen closes 11:30. We usually are dying down by 11:45, 12 o'clock, we're already cleaning up. When we would like to do the live music would be like on a Taco Tuesday, because we do specials, and maybe like brunch, early hours where it wouldn't affect the residents upstairs for the next day of work.
And is the music amplified or acoustic?
I'm not sure what amplify means. Like it would be connected to speakers?
Correct.
Well, no, I think the mariachi, they don't come with speakers. They just play like with the guitar and the voice.
And the music until what time? For live music. Until what time?
Well, if live music, we usually can't afford DJs to do lates. Can be like, maybe I'll put a DJ brunches 12 to 5.
No, you said that you are requesting the changes of the method operation to bring live music. You have not indicated to this committee that you want a DJ.
Oh, I thought live music includes DJ.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that includes live. I thought live music meant DJ and bands.
So you are requesting to have live music and DJ.
Yes.
Do you have a sound
We
limit?
typically close the side door, the sliding doors. Typically, we close them around 10 p.m., 9 p.m.
Do you have a sound limiter in place?
Yes, we do.
Is the space properly soundproofed?
To my knowledge, before I took the place over was Guacamole, and they did soundproof, but I can try to get that rechecked again.
As far as the live music, we gotta have more of a clear idea, and then we're going to go to the DJ. But as far as the live music is concerned,
okay.
Until what time are you going to have this? You said on Taco Tuesday. Until what time?
Happy hours stops at 7 p.m. So I would say 9 would be the latest, depending on how we can get bookings.
So the latest will be 9 p.m.
Yes.
Now the DJ. What's the plan with the DJ?
I'm looking for entertainment, early hours, early crowd, family crowd. So brunch, primarily Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 6. I wouldn't book the whole 12 to 6. That's too many hours. They just typically play an hour or two.
Okay, I understand. So that'll be the parameters of the hours that even though the DJ might play for 1 or 2 hours, you want that range between 12 noon to 6 p.m., correct?
Yes.
I see that, Myron Collins, you still have your hand up, or is this a new question?
Yes. I understand the importance of having live music to enhance the dining experience. But I'm glad, Rosa, you mentioned earlier the 7-story residential building you're in. You have a total of 5,921 and 5025 Broadway, the building you're in, which together emblazons 144 apartments above you. And across the street, just a Pebbles throw away at 5056 Broadway, another 56 apartments. So that's 200 adjacent apartments to your premises. And I know that it's important to strike a balance between the method of operation and the surrounding residential community. And I'm counting on you as a local resident, former member of our board, former community board chair, to do that in your method of operation change.
Yes, I am aware of the surroundings and the residents. I've always have been since I got the place, the location, and it was something that I didn't see me not being co-working with everyone and being in compliance and working. I've always displayed my phone number, myself. I actually am an operator. I'm not just the owner. I operate the location, so I'm always on the premises, and I have a great relationship with most of the supers there. The landlord, the property manager, and the tenants as well. We provide discounts and services for the tenants, and we try to always be on the same page with everyone around. And if anybody has a complaint, they're very close to finding me. I'm not very difficult to be found to be able to sort any type of issues or concerns.
Very good.
Thank you so much, Rosa. Leo, you have your hand up.
Thank you, Joe. So it seems like it's a pretty well established. They have communication with the community and the residents around them. My only concerns is the live music or the band on Tuesdays. And Tuesdays, with all the apartments residents that Marty Collins mentions, 200 residents. Let's say half of those have kids and they have school the next day. I know a lot of kids, young kids that go to sleep by 8 or 9 p.m. Because of it. I can be on board with this, or I will support this application. Is there any way that you can reconsider having those bands or live music on Tuesday and just keep it towards the weekend? The hours, I think, are great. I think it shouldn't impede too much, but, you know, it's still a Tuesday. Tuesday's a school night.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'm willing to work with what you guys provide me to. So I just would like, you know, to try it and see how the summer can be. You know, we had a rough patch. I opened in the middle of pandemic, so I'm just trying to strive a great summer. But yeah, I'm willing to work with what you guys give me and allow me to do and see how it goes. And I respect the Tuesdays, maybe in the summer early, and the tenants say, yes, bring the mariachi, and they say that is something they want me to do, then, you know, I'll work on that, but I'm okay with what you guys allow me to work with now.
That's fair. Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation and, you know, collaboration to make sure that we are one as a community, that we continue striving to help each other. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys.
Andrew?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Leo for bringing that up. I think that that's an excellent recommendation. And Rose, I appreciate you willing to cooperate with us and work this out. So thank you, Leo, and thank you, Rose. I support Leo's.
Thank you so much, Andrew. So the light. Censors. So to have clear on the minutes and the resolution, Leo and Andrew, you saying that the Taco Tuesday be left until 8, or you want this entertainment to be left for the weekends until 9? Is that, am I getting that correct?
Yeah, for now, or earlier on Tuesday, you know, but I think it's a school night. I don't think there should be live music. You know, live music, I've lived in a place, an apartment above a restaurant prior, and they had live music and you could still hear it. And they were soundproof.
You're recommending until 8 o'clock, correct?
Yeah. On the weekends, Friday, Saturday, you know, the time she gave was great. I think, especially, you know, the DJ, if it brings her the revenue, that's cool. But on Tuesday, I would recommend, you know, earlier with the live music if possible, or, you know, it shouldn't pass 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
All right, cool. So, Rosa, how long you been in business?
I will have 3 years in November.
And how many employees do you have there?
About 17 to 20.
All right. And how's business going thus far?
Really good. We strive for amazing tacos and great margaritas and great service. I am really big on hospitality and customer service, so I know that's what's gonna make me be there and be successful.
Okay. And so the understanding is that you're going to send an email to the community board explaining what I said earlier, correct?
Yes.
And also, Rosa, understand that if we do not receive that statement by May 19th at 5 o'clock, we're going to be forced to request the community board to vote against your request.
Okay.
So please
fair.
be sure to send that note to the community board. On that note, let's go to straight vote, and you please proceed.
Chair, I don't know if it's too late. I know that we already passed community comments, but you have a hand from Carlos Luis Perez if you want to acknowledge, but I understand that we've already went past that time period.
Let's have that on the record, just to play safe. Carlos, you have 2 minutes, please.
And Chanel, can you promote Carlos for us, please? Or Carlos Luis?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello? Yes?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to share that as an educator, I've worked with Rose in one of the charter networks that I'm a part of. She has supported the community, specifically women of color who are also business owners, by hosting events at her venue, in addition to also hosting other events supporting small businesses in the area. And in addition to that, you know, her food is amazing. She has a celebrity chef who's actually the chef in her kitchen, who's well known in the Dominican Republic for winning a show of international cuisine. And so I just wanted to name that because she is very supportive of the community as well.
Thank you so much, Carlos. And on that note, let's proceed to a vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that's 6 votes in support, 1 vote in opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much. So Rosa, congratulations on this request. You're going to apply and get your full liquor license. We hope that you continue to do well. And please don't forget to send us the note by Friday the 19th.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Next, please.
Sure. We are going to skip applicant number 13 as they withdrew their application earlier today during the meeting. And we will move on to applicant number 14. The applicant is looking for a temporary retail permit of an on-premise liquor license. This applicant is Fito Restaurant Inc., doing business as Fito, located at 4739 Broadway at the corner of Thayer Street. Do we have a representative for Fito Restaurant Inc., doing business as Fito?
Hello, yes, it's Felix.
Felix, we're having trouble hearing you. Can you get closer to the mic or secure your connection?
Let me see what I can do. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, this sounds better. Can you say your first and last name for the purposes of the minutes?
Felix Abarca.
And you are the representative or the owner?
I'm the owner.
So this is a new application to get a full liquor license, a temporary full liquor license.
With all due respect, Isidro, it's not a new application. I applied back in November of last year for the class change of full liquor license. And now that I applied for a temporary in order to speed up the process, I'm here again.
The chair stands corrected. This applicant did come, but that was a while back, December 2021, right? December 20.
Correct. That was for beer and wine.
So if you got your beer and wine license, then you should be applying for as a change of class, no?
Correct. That's the process. That's what's going on right now.
The audio is really bad, Felix.
I'm so sorry, Isidro. That is correct. Let me turn the Bluetooth off. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Can you hear me now better?
Yes, we can. So, Felix, I was saying that if you had a restaurant wine license
Mhm.
and you're slated here to do a full liquor license,
Mhm.
why isn't that you don't do a class change?
It is listed as a class change. I've been checking the SLA website and it is listed as class change.
So for the record, Anthony and Angel, this is also a class change. That is what, I mean, just this is what you want, Felix, right? It's a class change.
Correct. Yeah.
All right, so this is a class change. And the last time that this applicant came to the board, there was no objection for the restaurant wine license. The last time that they came, received a visit by the health department, they received an A, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Based on the record here, they do not have SLA violations. And the question that I have for you, Felix, why do you want a class change?
So it's a matter. I've been in this industry for 20 years. I love beer and wine, and I took over the space that was Tanat Beer and Wine before. I loved that place the way it was, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. There's not only the fact that patrons are looking for spirits in my place, but also I have like this love for working with spirits and in a way educating about I mean providing an education on what we are serving. Like I got the temporary license from the SLA, and like if you go to Fito on a night like this, you'll see the change to the place has been maybe even unnoticeable, because I want to keep the same environment, the same atmosphere, very chill, but I also want to provide, like if you ask for a well-done martini, I would love to provide you with that. So that's my most sincere explanation of why I am requesting this class change.
So you want to have options. You indicated that you have the restaurant wine and beer license and you love what you're doing, but also you're applying for this class change because you want to have your clients to have options, correct?
Options, absolutely, yeah.
And let me ask you a question. How long you been there?
There, 1 year and 2 months.
And how many employees do you have?
Up to 8 right now. I'm about to hire 1 more person for the season.
And how is business going thus far?
It's going well.
For the 34th precinct, this client is requesting a class change, meaning from restaurant wine beer license to a full liquor license. I know the place well. It's a very small place. The capacity is 736. They have 10 bar stools and about 8 tables and 24 chairs. They have no SLA violations. The place is really quiet. You can actually have a conversation there. When I go there, I can have a conversation, which is always welcome. They seem to be really good operator. But CEO Castillo, what will be the opinion of 34 precinct?
I have no objection, Mr. Medina. Thank you.
There's no objection by 34 precinct. I see that Myron Collin has his hand up. That will be followed by Leo. Myron, you please have the floor.
Thank you, Isidro. Yes, he is an outstanding restaurateur and has been in the industry for a very long time. He's done an outstanding job, both at this location in the 14 months he's been there. And he was previously at a number of locations, including Tin Marin on Riverdale Avenue, where he was for many years and did an outstanding job in the management of that location.
I forgot to say, Tin Marin, I forgot that he was also involved in that. It's a great establishment. So thank you so much, Amarin. That'll be part of the record as well. Follow by Leo, Angel pending. Leo, you have the floor.
No, yeah, just want to share the same sentiment. The guy is runs a very good business, very friendly and welcoming. I had a friend that had a birthday there a couple months ago, and it's very hospitable, fair prices, and you can tell he has the experience in the industry. So, you know, I hope we support this application.
Thank you so much, Leo, followed by Angel.
I was going to ask a question whether it's still the same operator from Tin Marin, because I noticed that in the previous resolution I had made a comment about the fact that it's similar management or the same management, and I want to continue to express those similar sentiments. So you have me full in support.
Thank you.
Usually, Felix, I would ask for steps on any establishment that would do like this type of changes. But knowing what you have done in your track record and being there many times myself, again, where you can have a solid conversation, that you can listen to people, that the environment is very welcoming, I would not put any steps on this request.
Very appreciated. Thank you.
Sure. Any other questions, committee members? If not, let's proceed to a vote. Angel, please proceed.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Robin?
Yes.
Leo? Leo?
Sorry, yes.
Simari?
Yes.
Carl?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Chair, that's 7 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. The recommendation should be to not object on the application.
Thank you so much, Angel. So Felix, once again, congratulations. This committee has approved the recommendation. I'm sure the board will take this matter into consideration, all the positive comments, and hopefully will approve your request. So stay in touch. I might drop by sometime soon. I don't know when, but congratulations and you have a good night.
Thank you, Isidro, Angel, Leo, Simari. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you so much. Let's proceed to the next one, please.
Sure. We have 3 applications left. All of these applications are seeking a new restaurant wine license and temporary retail permit. The first of the 3 is 1579 Jovito Restaurant Corp., located at 1579 St. Nicholas Avenue at the corner of West 189th Street. Do we have a representative for 1579 Jovito Restaurant Corp.?
So they withdrew this application earlier.
Yes.
So,
thank you for noting that on the record. I apologize. Next applicant is Bo's Bagels and Brunch, doing business as Bo's Bagels, located at 3750 Broadway, between West 156 and West 156, West 155th and West 155th Street. Do we have a representative for Bo's Bagels and Brunch, doing business as Bo's Bagels?
Hi, good evening. My name is Ashley Dykes. I am one of the owners of Bo's Bagels, and I am accompanied by my husband, Andrew Martinez, the other owner.
Hello.
Hi, Andrew. I couldn't get your name. I'm sorry at the introduction.
Sure. My name is Ashley Dykes.
And Andrew Martinez?
Yes.
And you're both owners?
Yes.
Welcome on board.
Thank you.
For the purpose of the minutes, the applicant did submit a complete application that requires a copy of the public notice. They have done that. Based on the record, I see that they also received an A on the last health inspection. They also submitted a copy of the menu. They submitted a copy of the floor plan, which is also required. I will have a question on the floor plan later on. Again, a copy of the menu. Based on the documents, it's a very small place. The capacity is 74. They will have 4 employees, and the hours are not prohibitive. 10 a.m. To 10 p.m. Tuesdays through. Sorry, I'm just checking that. No, I'm reading the wrong. Reading the whole, a different application. God forbid. Strike that out.
I was gonna say, that doesn't sound like us.
Strike that out of the record. They did submit proof of the public notice. They also submit a copy of the floor plan, a copy of the menu, a copy of the questionnaire. So that in itself, it's a complete application. The hours of operations on a daily basis, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the capacity is, I don't think that you have a CO yet. What is the capacity that you have?
So we currently just signed a lease about a month and a half ago. So we are in the process of construction. Now, this was 2 stores at the location being combined into one. So we will need a full inspection to evaluate the capacity.
Do you have an expediter that is going to, for you to get like the CO?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, if you do, if you need help with that, feel free and come by the office because we do have, and I'm typing my address here.
Great.
Thank you.
Because we do have expediters for the CO. So
Excellent.
it's 560 West 181st Street. That's my office. We do have those tangible resources for small businesses.
Great.
In case that that is not working out, let us know. I hope that you also are getting the gas permit in place with Con Edison. That could take a long time.
Yes. So we realize that. Yeah, that I'm actually working on that right now.
Okay, cool. So for the precinct, which will be the 33rd precinct, we don't know the capacity yet. We don't know specifically how many employees are going to be in place, but this is be approximately 8. The place is under construction. Question, so you'll be open until 5 p.m.?
Yes, so we think that we'll be doing a 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. We may eventually, after opening and sort of evaluating for maybe the first few months, we may extend our hours to maybe 7 p.m., but that would probably be the latest we would be willing to be open.
And what has been your experience with alcohol handling?
So I've actually been in the restaurant business for about 30 years. I've done pretty much everything. I've been general manager of multiple restaurants. I've been a bartender. I was a cook for a long time. I've pretty much done it all. And so serving alcohol, I have about 10 years experience behind a bar, and I used to be the bar manager at Michael Jordan's in Grand Central Station for a while. So I have plenty of experience.
So you're a general manager at Michael Jordan restaurant?
I wasn't general manager there. I was the bar manager there. But I was general manager with that restaurant group at a couple of their other restaurants, Monkey Bar and a few other places.
Great. So you have plenty of experience. I'm happy to hear that. The question that I have for you before I go to committee members, how well do you know this community?
I know it very well, actually. So I had my real estate license for 7 years, and that was mostly where I handled rentals in that neighborhood for the whole 7 years I was doing real estate. I know I've been in probably every single building between Inwood and 110th Street. And, you know, I lived in Harlem for 16 years and spent a lot of time up in Washington Heights and Inwood. I have lots of friends up there, so.
And I noted that you are requesting no DJ, no karaoke, you only have recorded music, is that correct?
Correct.
Correct.
And I interrupted you and I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. So I also have some experience in that neighborhood. I did receive my master's degree from Columbia up at the medical center and in public health. And so I did my master's there from 2009 to 2011, and then I subsequently worked at Columbia Medical Center for the following 3 or 4 years, so until 2014. So I'm pretty knowledgeable of that community, and like Andrew said, we have our current location, Bo's Bagels, which is in Harlem, 116th Street, and we do go up to Washington Heights quite a bit.
Excellent. I see that Cheryl Miller has her hand up. Cheryl, you have the floor.
Oh, thanks, Isidro. So I just have I think it was maybe 2 questions. So do you have another, is there another location at, I think I saw West 116th Street?
Yes, we've been there for
Oh.
7 years.
Okay, and my other question, well, I'm excited that there's a bagel place opening up, but couldn't you have opened it up a little further? Could you have made it a little further up on Broadway, up by my area?
That's next. That'll be next.
Send us some locations.
Yeah, I'm up by the hospital, and I've really been wanting a good. I'm we need a bagel place in this area over here. So it would be great if they came if you came a little closer to where I am.
Okay, noted.
Noted.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cheryl. Anthony, you have your hand up.
Thanks, Chair. So contrary to Cheryl's comment, I live in the neighborhood, so I'm very excited to get the bagel place where you're putting it. But recognizing that the menu that you provided to us is for your other location, can you just give us a little bit more of a sense of what the brunch aspect of this new location will be?
I'm actually working on that right now. And really we don't want to develop a giant brunch menu. So it's not going to be a typical, we're not doing eggs Benedict and stuff like that. But everything we're doing is basically plays on menu items that we can also incorporate a bagel somehow, because bagels ultimately is what we are, and that's what we're known for. So, but we just want it to be in our current location now. We only have 8 seats because we took out all the dining room during COVID. We put 8 seats back in because people were asking for it, but we're actually too busy to have more seats than that in our current location. So the one we're designing right now in Washington Heights is we'll have more seating. So, and when they take the scaffolding down, we want to have some outdoor seating as well. So we're hoping to have a more sit down sort of environment where the neighborhood can actually gather and enjoy themselves at the establishment rather than just grab and go type thing.
Thanks.
So, and I'll add on that. So to add to the sort of brunch aspect, we do envision there's still going to be, it's going to be a fast casual counter order situation. So you're still going to be ordering at the counter. There will be the seats inside, but the alcohol component, the beer and wine component will be, splits with orange juice for mimosas and this type of thing. So people can take those and dine in, or they can take away.
Angel, just to let you know that Isidro called me, the Zoom kicking him out. He's gonna be back in 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, thank
So he
you.
said to be in charge.
Not a problem.
Just very quickly, Angel, any sense of when you're planning on opening Bo's?
We're hoping to open in July, but that decision always rests on Con Edison and other people. Our hope is to open in July.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sergeant Rodriguez, did you get an opportunity to comment?
No objections for the 33rd precinct.
Okay, wonderful. That's my old hood. It's where I grew up. I'm very excited that it's coming. I've moved just north, so I'm looking forward to whatever your future brings. But I'm very excited about this. I spent a lot of time still down there. It's where I grew up. So I think I don't see any other hands. We can go to a vote. We will have to skip over our chair, but I vote yes. Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Simari, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Anthony, how do you vote?
Yes.
So, Anthony, for the purposes of the minutes, that's 6 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions. And you can know that the chair was absent for the vote. Our recommendation is to not object on this application. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Of
it.
course, yeah. Our last applicant for the night is La Placita Taqueria and Cafe LLC, located at 3887 Broadway between West 162nd and West 163rd Street. This applicant is also looking for a new restaurant wine license and temporary retail permit. Do we have a representative for La Placita Taqueria and Cafe LLC? I see the person, I see a box. Do we have your audio? We can't hear you. Chair, while La Placita gets their audio together, we voted on the application. It was 6 in favor, no opposition, no abstentions. We noted the fact that you had to step away during that time of the vote, but the recommendation was to not object on the application.
Were there any steps?
No stipulations on there.
And okay, I was actually kicked out, so I was it.
Oh, the Zoom world. So we do have a representative for our last applicant, which is La Placita Taqueria and Cafe, seeking a new restaurant wine license. Do we have your audio now?
Well, Anthony, so while we wait, you will get your bagels. We feel bad that Cheryl has to walk a little bit, but it's something new. I think that the place that they're going in really needs some care. I believe they're going to be right next to the gas station.
Yeah.
And that place has some really ugly graffitis. And by having this business there, I think it's going to bring some more light to that particular neighborhood.
I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
And that used to be Tommy's Pizza for the longest time. They had good pizza there. Not gonna lie, they had very good pizza.
Well, not to mention that the museum is opening soon, so I'm sure that
Yeah,
will bring
that'll help.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so I had to get on my phone.
It's an echo, so see if you can turn off one item, either your cell phone or your computer is on, so.
There you go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Can you state your name and relationship to the establishment for the purposes of the minutes?
So my name is Miriam Albino and I'm the wife's owner and the owner is here. What's your name?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ismael Gonzalez and I'm the owner of Placita Taqueria.
So, Israel Gonzalez, right?
Ismael, sorry.
And he's the owner, correct?
And he's the owner, correct.
Very well. So the applicant submitted a copy of the floor plan, a copy of the menu. It seems that they have been open. The last time that they received a visit from the health inspection, they received an A. Based on the questionnaire, it seems that this is a very small place, once again, consisting of no more than 20 person allowed as far as like the CR is concerned. We have 4 employees.
Probably a little smaller. We don't know exactly. We just put an estimate, but counting employees and everything, we have about we have 5 tables. It's double. You could put 2 to 3 chairs on it, and there's still space. But we're checking out exactly what is the capacity. We've never had more than 20 people in the facility.
Okay, and the method of operation requires they're going to stay open till 10 p.m. every day. There are no jukebox, no DJ. Music will be played through our recorded means. No karaoke. So Mary and Ismail, how, I have a lot of questions here. As far as like the floor plan,
Yes,
this is a very small place, right?
correct.
It is a requirement by New York State that the bathroom will be accessible.
Yeah.
The question that I have for you is, are there any steps leading towards the restaurant? And if so, how many? And also, and Cheryl, I'll get back to you in a minute. So please give me a couple of minutes. And as far as the restaurant, the restroom, how wide is the entrance to the restaurant?
How wide is it? ¿Cuánto medirá la entrada? Más o menos.
Un metro de wide and altura como 2.
So that's something really we don't know. We would have to actually measure itself.
Okay, and as far as are there any steps leading to the restaurant?
Like no, like stairs and stuff, you mean?
Steps, like stairs.
No.
Is it level?
Yeah, it's level, ground level, floor
Okay.
level.
But sometimes even when you first floor, you might have some steps, and I'm just curious.
Yeah. No.
And so you're asking for a restaurant wine license. The question that I have for you is,
Well, we're asking for the beer, the wine and is it wine and beer? Or
Right.
well, in general, we only want beer, but that's the option it gives us, only wine and beer.
right? So what has been your experience in alcohol handling?
If we've dealt with alcohol before, so this is our first business. We are not very we don't know a lot of information about beer. We just know like the basics, like who you could serve it to, who not to serve it to, like, and like our own experience of like where we gone, how to deal with it, like, like there's a certain amount you can give a person, there's just like what you notice, based on knowledge, noticing.
All right, so you know that you have to go to a training for alcohol handling, right?
That we didn't know.
Yeah, when you're serving alcohol, you gotta have someone that has been certified, where they go through training and get certified, saying that they know about the laws, they know about the regulations, the do's and don'ts about not serving to minors. So that training has to take place. Do you have someone in place that's going to take that training?
Well, if that's necessary, then I would be the one taking the training.
Okay. It seems like you have been there, right? Already. Open, right?
We're open?
Yes.
Yeah, we've been open for a year and a half now, about to be.
And I see that you received an A, which is good.
Yes, correct.
And how well do you know the community?
So I was born and raised in Washington Heights. I'm part of 187, so I'm a little bit more further up. We got to know the committee now. Like I know all my neighbors around. I know most of the people that that walk by every day. So we're not like strangers. We have a very good bond with them.
Okay.
I'm very good with memorizing names. I'm always trying to make everybody feel welcome.
Cool. Okay. Committee members, I see that Cheryl, you have your hand up. Cheryl.
Yeah, hi, thanks, Isidro. So I had two questions.
Correct.
So I looked you up on Google, and so you have like a sign over the door, but it looks like a banner, like it's not an actual sign. Are you planning to actually install like a an actual sign? Because it looks like a temporary Just
Yeah,
so people know that you're there.
we have a temporary banner right now because we're actually in communication with Community League of the Heights Club,
Okay.
and they're helping us. They asked us if we want to join a program where we get interviewed. We made a video with them where we can get resources to help us put a actual sign outside.
Okay,
So that's
that
why we
was one.
haven't. So that's why we haven't put it ourselves, because we're with them and we're waiting for a response
Right.
from them. If now we know, we would have put it up already. So we had to put something, since it used to be an old bakery, we wanted to put something where people would know where we were located. Because since it's like not as big, people
Yeah, I see
sometimes
it's a
miss
very
it.
small place. Yeah, I see
Sometimes
it's a
people
very
miss
small.
it. But since
Yeah.
it's like a taco shop, sometimes, we have people from the hospital, even anybody that wants to eat a taco and enjoy a beer or something, it's Mexican.
Okay, thank you. And one more question. So when I looked you up, is there another part of that establishment? Why I'm asking that is it looks like in the picture that there is like another part. And I see it looks like a lotto, play here, like one of those little like lotto signs, and it has the same address, 3887 on it.
Oh, so we
What-
share. So I guess it used to be maybe two business in one, and they divided it in half. That's why it's a small business now, because we have the same numbers. I think it's A and B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that. Because when I saw that, I was like, okay, why is there looks like two parts and it has the same address on it?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Committee members, any questions? Sorry, let's go to the opinion of 33rd precinct, and then I'll go back to you, Anthony. Sergeant Rodriguez, what is the opinion of the 33rd precinct?
Okay, in the past 12 months, there have been several 311 calls there for people drinking inside the establishment, and also a male with a loudspeaker outside the location. I look back and I've seen 5 summonses were issued for open container inside the establishment over the past 12 months. And also a summons was written for a speaker outside as well. So 6 summonses in total.
But we don't have those. I'm sorry, we don't have those summons. We've never gotten any summons.
Just 1 minute, please, Mary. So, Sergeant Rodriguez, you said that there have been 6 summonses, 5 of which were for drinking inside?
Yes, well, so let me correct that. 4 for drinking inside, 1 for drinking right in front of the location. And then it was on the separate summons for a loudspeaker in front of the location.
Yeah.
But the summonses are issued to the patron, not to the establishment.
Okay, so 4 summonses for drinking inside the premise.
Right.
1 summon for the speaker, correct?
1 summons for speaker, and then also 1 summons for drinking in front of the location.
Okay.
So you said no summons inside, right? It's all outside.
No, there's 4 inside the location.
But how? We've never gotten.
So let me just state that the summonses go to the patron, not to the establishment. So the establishment will never have received the summons.
No, I know, but we would have find out. Like somebody has to walk in and give us summon inside, right?
Not you, the operator, but whoever's drinking inside.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like a police would have to come inside and give somebody a ticket in the establishment, right?
Right.
We've never, ever had that. That's my concern. Where is this information coming from? Like, never have we had a cop come inside and given anybody, any of our customers a ticket.
Sergeant, when was this summons given out?
I'm going into the dates right now.
Please and thank you.
Okay,
And we've
one
had cops all the time out here. They're always guarding 163rd and 162nd.
All right, please let the Sergeant Rodriguez his time.
Okay, one of them was issued on November 14th, 2022. One was issued on May 4th of this year. Another one was issued on April 12th of this year, 2023. Another one was issued November 14th, 2022. A second. The loudspeaker was issued on October 29, 2022. And I think I have one more after, I think to give it 6. And this one I'm looking at is October 29, 2022 as well, which is an open container inside the location.
Okay. Thank you so much, Sergeant. I will have committee members questions of Anthony, followed by Leo, and then we'll allow the merchant to respond. Anthony, you have the floor.
Thanks, Chair. I just wanted to confirm that the bathroom is not accessible to your patrons. Is that correct? Am I reading the floor plan correctly?
We usually let customers come in, you know, because sometimes they have emergencies. So we're like, what do you call it? We're flexible to them. We understand, you know?
And how does that work? Does someone escort them through the kitchen?
Correct. We escort them and we explain them before they come in that they have to be very careful because, you know, it's a kitchen. There might be something on the ground or something. But before they go in, we make sure that everything is okay, you know? I always let somebody, like, I always call one of the employees, hey, you know, somebody's going to go through. Please be careful, you know? And make sure, like, nothing's happening around
Just
while
to
they're
save,
coming back and forth.
Leo and Angel, I'm gonna say something. I'm sorry, Anthony, you have another question?
No, you can go ahead.
Maybe I can save the committee some time. It's not legal for the patrons to have to traverse the kitchen to go to a restroom. I truly believe that that is an obstacle that cannot overcome. And I don't know if we need to have further discussion on this matter because the restroom is not accessible by law.
Okay.
But I will, Leo, Angel, I don't know if you.
I'll put a comment.
Yes.
I mean, if, you know, if that's the law, you know, it's a law. But my question was more to the sergeant. She mentioned earlier that it's 2 locations sharing the same address, except they're differentiated between A and B. Does your system show that it's the one location, the one address, or does it say the address, you know, A, store A? Just to clarify again.
Okay, let me look. No, it doesn't. It doesn't say it either A or B. I'm looking at 2 of them so far. Let me check the rest. But right as of right now, 2 of the 6 don't look like it says A or B.
Okay. No worries. It doesn't matter. I believe you're right. If there's no access, especially if you're selling beer, wine, you know, to patrons, eventually you have to use the bathroom. So if they don't have access, it's pretty hard to, you know, move on with this application for approval.
Angel?
No, you cleared up well, Anthony already asked the question and then you cleared it all up, so good.
I think Robin wanted to ask something.
No, I just support your comment. It's true. The bathroom is not accessible for, and like Leo says, when you drink, definitely need to go to the bathroom, and that is not acceptable.
Okay, cool. So Mary, I think that again, you have an option. Maybe you want to withdraw this application because of what
Actually, we want to investigate on the summons because, like I said again, you know, like if I knew that, you know, that was actually given in our premises, I take fault for it because I have to take responsibility for what I'm doing, you know. But I'm not going to expose myself. You know, we're a small business that just opened. We have a 1.5 years. Business is not like up high, you know, so I wouldn't expose myself like that, you know, because you can get caught. Like we've had the 33rd prison, I believe it's right here on 170th, right? We have them here all the time, the cops. Well, not right now, but we had them like 2-3 months ago. They were here every day, morning and night. You know?
We invite you to deal or address this issue separately, and
Okay.
I highly recommend for you to do that. But at this point, I believe that this committee cannot approve this license. So the question that I bring you is, do you want to withdraw this application, or should we proceed with a vote?
I think just to clarify, Isidro, with the reason that we can't move forward in voting is because of the illegal bathroom issue, let's say, not so much the summons. I just wanted to clarify that.
Correct.
Thank you so much. Sí, Mary.
¿Qué quieres? ¿Que vote? ¿O quieres retirar tú? Okay, then let's vote because
So
Can you clarify what voting means for them, Isidro? I just want them to be very clear of what that.
thank you so much, Angel. And Mary and Ismail, if we proceed to a vote, I believe as chair and because of the experience that I have, that based on the issues brought by the 33rd precinct, based by the fact that this restaurant doesn't comply with the requirements as stated by the SLA, the state, and the city, this committee will vote against this application. By voting against this application, this will stay on your record that for X, Y, and Z, we voted against this application. If you decide to withdraw the application, it means that the committee will not vote on the matter and that no punitive action will be reflected on the record on this application. Do you understand? I don't know, Angie, if you want to clarify a little bit more.
Nope, I think that was perfect. Thank you.
okay, we will withdraw and then we will fix the matter with the precinct to see what's going on.
Not only the precinct,
The
but
bath.
Okay, so if we bring in beers, we're not allowed to let them use the bathroom because it's illegal, correct?
that the bathroom has to be accessible. And I highly recommend that you check with an attorney
Yeah.
to check the codes about accessibility on the width of the door of the restroom, and also the size of the restroom has to be very specific. And also, if there are any inclination going to the restaurant, that also has to be addressed. The handle of the door has also to be accessible. The handle of the bathroom door has to be accessible. So these are little things that are within the code of the law that you have to get yourself very familiar before you proceed out with the license. So I recommend that you check with an attorney that will know the specifics and then come back to this community board once you have rectified these problems. So this application has been withdrawn. I thank you so much at the presence of 33rd precinct, 34th precinct. Cheryl, thank you so much for your input. Committee members, Soraya, thank you so much for your patience. Guys, thank you so much. I don't know, I think we're doing an outstanding job with our merchants. I think that we have been very fair, very consistent, and I'm very proud of the work that we're doing here as a team. And on that
Thank you,
note,
Chair.
I
And
would
thank you for your leadership.
Thank you for your leadership, sir.
Thank you very much. Good job.
Second to John.
Motion to adjourn.
Teamwork, motion to adjourn.
A second.
Guys, have a good night. And let's
night.
have fun soon. Let's meet up and have some drinks.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, we had to.
Good night.